Hello, this is a Victory Mahjong tutorial where we'll teach you basic skills and provide information on how to play Mahjong on our website. In this video, we'll be talking about minimum points.
What are minimum points?
Minimum points are a specific setting for a game that defines the value of your hand if you wish to declare Mahjong. So a default game for most styles simply requires of you to build a hand with 4 chows and or pungs with a pair. A specific number of minimum points can require you to build up to a minimum value.
How can players know whether there are minimum points set for a game before they take a seat?
Players can see the settings in the games section. There is a specific column with minimum points, so if you see 0, that means you can build a simple hand. You can also see minimum point settings in the invitation window.
But what if you've only played Mahjong with simple hands, with no value requirement? Where can you learn about the hands and their values?
Each style of Mahjong places certain value on combinations and types of declarations. Whether you claim a win with a tile from the wall, or by using a discard made by someone at the table, you can see lists and descriptions of hands and their values by going to the help menu and selecting the scoring for your preferred style.
Are there any unique aspects you could point out? Maybe something that refers to each style in particular?
I'll touch in short on a few of the styles we offer. In Hong Kong Mahjong, minimum points do not match the values for hands. That's because Hong Kong hands use values called fans given to combinations that at the end of every deal are converted to points. There is a simple conversion chart available in the Create Game menu or in the Hong Kong Scoring Help section. Most games are played with either no minimum points or with 5 to 8 points. Both 5 and 8 will require a 3 fan hand value, as you can see in the table. Make sure to always check the minimum points before you join a game and avoid games with unreasonably high minimum points. This not only refers to Hong Kong, but to all the styles.
What about the Mahjong competition rules style?
Mahjong Competition Rules, also known as MCR, has the minimum points set to 8, but its rigidity in that respect is compensated by the large variety of possible hands. You can see the full list and descriptions of those hands in the scoring section of the help menu.
What can you say about American Mahjong?
American Mahjong is quite special in almost all aspects of scoring. Each player is required to have a specially issued list of hands which changes every year. So before you start playing, please visit www.nationalmahjongleague.org or www.nmjl.org and click the banner on the top of the page. Basically, American Mahjong uses hands that center on combinations called sextet, quint, kong, pong, pair, and single, which are combinations with 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 tiles in the same type. There are also 8 additional tiles called jokers, which can serve as replacements for combinations where more than 4 tiles are required, or if a player doesn't have enough of the tiles needed for their hand.
What can you tell us about Ricci competition rules?
Ricci requires a minimum hand value of 1 Yaku to declare Mahjong. Yaku is the name of points used for Ricci. There are other specific rules upon which we'll touch in detail in another tutorial, but make sure to visit the Ricci scoring section in the help menu, and always check the minimum points setting for a game before joining it. Players can set up to 13 Yaku as minimum points.
Is there something special you would like to say about Taiwanese Mahjong in respect to minimum points?
Taiwanese Mahjong is usually played with either 0 minimum points or with standard 6 minimum points. As with other styles, Taiwanese Mahjong uses values for hands you build. Two useful pieces of information Taiwanese Mahjong players should remember is that you get 1 Tai, the default name for points in Taiwanese Mahjong, for every flower and season you have. You also get 2 Tai added to your hand by default. So if you're playing at a table with 6 minimum points, you just need to gather 4 Tai in your hand. As a summary of the tutorial, we must note that players must always check the minimum points setting for any game in the MP column, in the invitation window, or at the top of the screen while playing. And if you're not sure about a hand, check the scoring section in the help menu. You can also find this information by clicking the game info link on the home page, www.victorymahjong.com. Thank you for watching. Please comment this video and subscribe if you'd like to know more about how to play Mahjong at Victory Mahjong.